Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Hollow, and thanks for tuning back into the channel. Today, what I got for you guys is going to be a tip video. This is going to be a very detailed tip video that I got for you guys. So make sure you guys pay close attention. If you guys enjoy the video and find it somewhat helpful, drop a like on this video right now. And let me know down in the comments if you'd like more tip videos or whatever it is you guys are looking for. Just comment it down in the comment section below. This year, I am your slave. Whatever you want, I'm bringing it to you guys. Just let me know down in the comments. Alright, so obviously from you reading the title, this is going to be a tutorial on how to stay alive longer, how to die less in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. The first thing is the first thing you want to do is basically pick your class setup, right? You want a class setup that is very good for you and for your style, for your play style. So I just brought here a general class setup, a very standard class setup, and I'm going to run to you guys the attachments and perks that would be good for you to stay alive longer, and then we're going to move into other things. So primary weapon, KN44, doesn't matter, you can choose whatever you like. Attachments, you can put grip, you know, obviously reduces recoil, and suppressor. You want to make sure you have a suppressor if you are trying to stay alive longer. Obviously, if you're a really good player, you may not need suppressor, but if you even have suppressor, even if you're like a 5-star player in this game, suppressor will always help you stay alive longer. It's, you know, it's common sense. It suppresses your bullets. It doesn't pop you out in the minimap when people are looking, you know, for enemies on the minimap, so you won't be popped out. Then you're gonna move down into the perks, right? The perks, we have Sixth Sense and Ghost. Back then, Ghost was probably like one of those perks in the perk 1 category that was probably the only one that you could use to stay alive, you know, as far as like, you know, radar goes. But right now we have another one which is called Sixth Sense, and obviously this actually helps you detect enemies nearby, so it'll actually beep and show you on the radar where the enemy is by. Okay, Sixth Sense is probably even better than Ghost. It really is, because Ghost, it just basically makes you undetectable by UAVs and things like that, as long as you're moving. If you guys are not moving, then obviously you're going to be detected. But that's how Ghost works. And then Sixth Sense comes into play by basically when somebody's nearby, it'll actually tell you. Now, Sixth Sense works in a really crazy way. If the person is on the same level as you, it'll have like a little triangle ping going like that, going outwards on the radar. If the person is above or below you, it'll have like a red bar, a solid red bar alongside of the minimap. You guys would notice the difference. That's basically what it means. Okay, so if somebody's above you or below you, it's a solid bar, a solid straight rectangle. If somebody's on the same level, it's kind of like a little, just like a little triangle on the minimap. Anyways, those would be the primary perks for the perk 1 list. Then we have fast hands, simply because we can swap our weapons faster and aim faster. That's always going to help you. Faster reaction time means, you know, hope to stay alive longer. If you guys do not have a secondary weapon, basically what you guys are going to do is just pick up a secondary weapon. You kill somebody, you like their weapon, pick it up ASAP, have it as a backup. You never know, because especially a class like this doesn't even have scavenger. So then moving up into perk 3s, we're going to have dead silence and awareness. Now hear me out, dead silence is really good in this game. It makes you completely silence. And awareness, obviously we have a good pair of headsets. You can, you know, it can help you just hear things, where they're coming from and things like that. That's always going to help you stay alive longer. These perks right here in general are a great combination. Now if you guys do not have headsets, all right, just take off awareness and just leave on dead silence. And instead of awareness, you can put something else like blast suppressor. If you guys don't have headsets, dead silence and a blast suppressor. Okay, if you guys have headsets, dead silence and awareness, or blast suppressor, depends. But if you get, especially if you don't have headsets, just take off awareness and just go with blast suppressor. That way, you know, you don't come out on the minimap when using your thrust jumpers and things like that. Now that we're done with this class up, guys, we're gonna move into a custom match. I'm gonna show you just a few examples of what you can do when you're in game and things like that. One thing that I did forget to mention to you guys is basically when you guys are creating a class setup and you use your score streaks, make sure you put on UAV. If you want to stay alive longer, put on UAV, counter UAV if you're not using a suppressor on your weapon. And for God's sakes, for those of you guys that could get a hater, put on the hater. You know, same thing as a VSAT. You know, to help you out tremendously. Just make sure you guys use streaks that are basically supportive. You know, they're supporting you as a player to stay alive longer. Alright, guys, so now that we're here in this custom match, there's one thing that I do want to let you guys know. Actually, a few things. Tips that I got for you guys. Stick to the outside of the map. Never go into the middle of the core, because that's where everybody's looking at. Everybody's pre-aiming. Everybody's going to shoot the shit out of you. Never go to the middle. That's obviously, you know, regular Call of Duty common sense. Make sure in this game that you do not, you know, abuse on your thrusters. Okay, your thrusters should only be used towards your advantage. Okay, maybe to flank enemies easier. Maybe if there's somebody shooting you and you know he's behind you, you can just double jump and just get behind him and then shoot him. But that's it, right? You don't want to just be hopping all over the place, kind of like people used to do in AW. Don't make the same mistakes in this game as you did in AW if you did that, whereas people did in AW. Now, another thing, stick to the ground. Same thing goes with, you know, it's a complimentary comment that I'm giving you guys alongside with don't abuse your thrust jumper. Stick to the ground. Basically, you don't, oh shit. You basically don't want to be jumping around. Just stick to the ground, and if you need to use the thrust jumps like right here, then obviously, you know, but but all that goes to the same play. You know, you're sticking to the outside of the map, you're using your thrust jumpers when needed, and you're not abusing it, and then you're going back to the ground, and of course you're going to stay on the ground. You're not just going to be like this just to get here. Why would you want to do that? You know, don't do that. Just stick to the ground. Also, pre-aim corners. You want to make sure you guys are pre-aiming every single corner. Just for a quick second, if you don't see nobody, you guys are pre-aiming corners. As soon as you see there's nobody there, keep on going, right? You want to pre-aim every single little corner that you guys see, right? Unless you know there's somebody behind you trying to run away, obviously you don't want to do that. But if not, pre-aim corners is very, very, very important. All right, and now one of the last tips that I'm going to give you, I'm going to show you guys an example on both maps, 2 maps, okay? I was playing on this map and somebody just did this to me and I was like, what the fuck? Where the fuck is this guy? I'm talking to you guys about playing, you know, especially playing objective-based game modes or just any game mode in general. And you know where the enemy's at. You have an idea where the enemy's at. You want to make sure, okay? You want to make sure you're flanking the enemies, all right? So check this out. In this map, for instance, you can flank the enemies. Instead of going by up there, you can literally go like this and just flank them by here, dude. Like, you can literally just jump here and keep on going through here. You can literally keep on doing this until you reach like the position of the enemy. Just look at this. You see what I mean? And then you can just flank them. If you go around this map, like, who the hell is gonna know that you're around there? Like, you're obviously gonna die a lot quicker if you go through here than if you go through the outside, you know. And one thing you guys want to take into consideration is using the new, you know, feature in this game that you can actually go outside some parts of the map. Use this towards your advantage, guys. This is gonna help you out tremendously. And of course, when you guys are doing these techniques, make sure you guys are always looking at your minimap. Make sure you look at your minimap every 3 to 5 seconds. Like, that's like have a to-do list on your brain every time you're playing. That's like your eyes must go to the top left-hand side of the screen. Always. Always. Even if you're shooting, even if you hear anything, if you hear a fucking fly flying around the screen, make sure you look at your mini-map. You know what I'm saying? That's always going to give you a better observation of the map, of what's going around you, and obviously help you stay alive for a longer period of time. Alright guys, talking about another flanking route, this is one that I want to show you guys that I actually found out on my own. I really did. And it's really, really, really good. You guys are going to check this out and you're going to love it. Make sure you guys are always flanking, man. If you can flank, try to flank. Never go, you know, up against the enemy. If you guys watch really good players, you'll see that whenever they know they can't win a gunfight, they'll back out. All right, so check this out, guys. You can actually go through the back here, through the bottom here, for instance, and then just keep on running like this. You see, like, these are very, very difficult to do. If you guys learn how to be creative in this game and learn how to flank like that, you don't always have to, but if you practice, like, you know, if you do free run a lot and you practice how to do them, then obviously you can get better at the game. So yeah, guys, that's kind of like a little example of how you guys should be flanking the enemies. Just make sure you take every little, you know, tip that I give you in this video into consideration when you're playing. I know it's a lot of them, and I forget to do stuff myself, like look at the minimap on, you know, constantly. And that's probably one of the most important ones. Always look at your minimap. And I just hope these tips helped you. It's just some tips that I threw out there for you really quickly, and I hope that it can somewhat help you stay alive longer in this game. It's a very fun game, and I'm really, really enjoying it. And I want you guys to basically enjoy it as much as I am. So if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like again. Send your friends to the video. Subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.